So the last time it's been a while, I suppose. So the last time we played, the party entered the graveyard with not Mayor Hemlock, with Sheriff Hemlock and Father Xanatus. And he discovered that the remains of one Ezekine Tobin had been removed from a crypt after a fight with a few zombies that had been left behind as a trap for you. You attempted to follow the goblins over the wall, but were unable to follow their tracks through the tree and brushwood just the other side of the wall. And that's pretty much where we left off. And before we get into it, has anyone got any kind of general questions? Just like, if you need anything to refresh your memory, just go shoot at me now. If not, we'll get into it.
What were we looking for again in the graveyard? That's what
you weren't. So you've been asked to go to the graveyard by Hemlock because some of the priests that work in the cathedral, who had been previously busy tending to the wounded, had noticed that one of the crypts had been left with the doors were ajar.
I do remember now.
And they're the kind of doors that don't just open. You know, they take smoke in. So.
And if I remember rightly, when we interrogated the goblin, they'd agreed to meet up in one of the woods, and we were going to go and investigate that.
I think there might be some confusion on the goblin intel. I was talking to Dave about this prior to the session. In regards to that, the last time the goblin who gave you a lot of the information, who's one of Bruthasmus's followers, had said that that's where they were when Bruthasmus was contacted about getting involved in the assault. He was supposed to head back that way, but was, expected to try and find his own way. Basically, they weren't given like a proper rendezvous as such.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm all good. I think I'm up to date. We'd got. We know the remains were missing. Have we reported that to Hemlock?
Hemlock was there.
Yeah. So the only thing that we were doing was we were waiting for the scout for Shilelu to return to help us track. And in my notes, I wanted to visit the rest of the dignitaries, specifically Mayor Deverin, because we need to try and figure out what's happening in the town, and possibly return to the goblins to reinterrogate them. Because one of the things that I wanted to be sure of that I didn't ask is they had a human or someone dressed in rags with well-made boots. But I want to know if they were male or female. That's one of the questions I didn't ask amongst any other potential questions. That's it from my point of view, though.
Yeah, because didn't we suspect he was an insider?
You were told it was a Longshanks. You were told, but I think you might have suspected as much that it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We came to that conclusion. I don't think anyone told us that.
But it is kind of. I've left you off at evening, so I think the consensus was you're going to head back to the Rusty Dragon for a night's rest.
Let's
go to the Rusty Starfish.
Okay. So you get through back to the gates.
Sorry, Tom. Is anybody else's character sheet playing up? Because mine seems to keep crashing.
No, it seems to be all right so far. I've not asked it to do anything like complicated yet.
I'm on yours now.
If you roll to hit something and you hit, Mark, we'll know there's something wrong with your character sheet.
We will, yeah. It's yet to happen. I haven't actually successfully landed a blow yet on anything.
Can you imagine the first time you land a blow, you blow up half the planet?
Yeah, I'll be 20th level.
Yeah.
The time I roll over 3.
With the power attack on.
I was going to say, I was just about to say, Lewis, did you want to close and open roll 20? But I've just seen you've logged back in and logged out and in again. So.
Gesticulate at a giraffe. I shall vote soon.
Right, come on, lads. Mark,
I'm going to go with lubricate after last time.
Lubricate.
It's the Mark game. We need a theme tune for the Mark game as well, don't we?
Yeah.
Come on, Jake, you've got one. It's the Mark
Well, I've
game.
got to see. I'm not playing Bard yet.
I do. I'm going to go with Gyrate.
Gyrate.
Ooh.
That's not how you spell that, but I'll sort that out later. Jake and Lewis, anything?
I'm gonna go with Tickle.
I was going to go
Tickle?
with Tickle. Moisten.
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 Right. Okay. So you get So I'll carry on. He'll pick up only.
Yeah.
So you get back in. I'll pull up the standpoint map. This is where I should have left you, really. So you're heading to the Rusty Dragon. But as you're walking down the main road, Hemlock's waiting for you with 4 guards. Any one of you, doesn't matter who, roll a sense motive for me.
I think I have proficiency in that. Wow. I still didn't roll well. That's with the +4.
Oh my god.
Just carry on without me a minute. I'm getting beckoned.
You're not sure what's up, but he doesn't look very happy.
Okay, is he looking towards us?
Yeah.
As if
We
he's
didn't-
expecting us?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any swords or weapons on show?
The guardsmen generally just carry spears, so they're leaning against them, but nobody's got any weapons drawn.
Okay. So there's nothing to indicate that we're in imminent danger of violence.
No.
Okay. I'll approach Hemlock then and just sort of nod towards him.
He nods.
Shield on my back, hand on my sword.
Yeah, he nods back and just says, he looks at Addam. He says, I'm going to need to take you into custody.
Why?
I don't know where you were raised, but around here we don't let our pets eat goblins. Not prisoners, anyway.
I mean,
Have you forgotten what you've done, Jake?
maybe. No. So he's going to look back at Hemlock and he's just going to say, I mean, they're not particularly civilized, are they? It's not like it's much of a
No.
loss to the world, and
He was still a prisoner under my care, and as such,
he's
you're
not really
you're
a
faced.
pet either.
It's more of a dribbling monster.
Yeah, I have no control over his actions.
Try and arrest him. Go for it.
I guess that's kind of a bit of a lie, but like
Yeah.
he has his own bestial nature.
1 second.
Hey, what do you do?
Seem to have found a cat, Mark.
I have.
He's gone.
Yeah, he was there under duress. He allowed himself to be captured foolishly. He's going to have to go and lay down. He's had a busy day of sleeping and eating, sleeping a bit more.
It is hard work.
It is.
Roll a deception check for me.
All of us.
No, it's just
Oh, no
just
worries.
Adam.
Were we supposed to see that roll?
No, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
Do you say roll deception?
Deception, yeah.
What did Jake do?
Is
Where do you find deception?
Hang on, give me a second. I might be thinking of I might be thinking of 5e now. Give me 2
Yeah, I
seconds.
think-
Yeah,
Well-
because I think 5e is deception, but there doesn't seem to be anything that's jumping out as deception here.
Bluff,
Perception, perform.
bluff, diplomacy.
Bluff. Yeah, bluff. Sorry.
Okay, I'll go for bluff then. I'm not proficient in it, but
But you can still roll it. Proficiency, yeah. Proficiency just means that you get the extras when you
Oh.
put ranks into it.
Nice.
Hmm. Either way, it's your creature, your responsibility. I'm going to take you in, Mayor Devon will make a judgment in the morning. You going to come quietly?
What did the Eidolon do?
I mean, Addam will like he's been in prison before, like he's used to this system, and he'll just kind of like offer his hands out, and he'll be like,
We can
No
come
need
and
for that.
we can
Just
come
come
and
with us
break you out
quietly.
like Howard Mad Murdoch later.
Is there any way I could try and think about stealing some keys? Has he got any keys on him? You know what I'm like.
Make a perception check.
Fingers crossed this works.
Nothing you can see that's particularly on him.
Oh.
You do remember that the jailer had some keys on him, but that was about 5 or 6 hours ago. Back at the.
Zegric's going to step forward and say, Hemlock, what's going on here?
His creature dog thing. It ate one of the goblin prisoners. I've got 4 men that watched it do it.
Yeah, so
Did it?
it did.
Oh,
They're prisoners. You don't take the laws of this town into your hands. There's a system. They'd have hung, yes, but it has to be done.
well,
our way.
technically speaking, I didn't take them into my hands. The Eidolon took them into its jaws.
But as its master, you are responsible for its actions. Just as
I only
would-
have a limited capability of controlling its actions. It is an entity of its own volition.
Then I'll ask you not to summon that creature in town in future. Either way, it's in
That
the mayor's hands now,
creature
not mine.
has helped defend this town.
You have.
I don't make the rules. I'm paid to uphold the rules. Mayor Devon will make a choice in the morning.
What do we know about the judicial system in town?
Roll knowledge local for me.
can I join in on
Well,
this?
what I'll be doing
Yeah,
is
you
asking
can. You can do a
Zegric.
group. You can do a group. What do we know as a group? And yeah, I'm happy for that.
Let's
So
have
if
a
anyone wants to
go.
aid,
I'll attempt to aid then.
yeah, that's fine.
No.
17
Oh,
for
Mark
me
can aid.
8. Knowledge local.
Mine's really slow.
I mean,
tonight.
it did exactly. It got extra information out of the goblins.
Yeah.
You did.
So generally speaking, they would normally call a judge up from. So smaller cases, Mayor Devon would rule. Something a bit more serious, they'd be sent to Magnimar for judgment usually.
Right.
So the fact that Hemlock is saying that the mayor
gotcha.
will make a call, so it would indicate that he's doing what he thinks he has to do in his job role, but he gets that at the same time, he has to be seen to do his job, but perhaps doesn't necessarily want to do it. But
Okay, gotcha.
he's an effective sheriff for a reason. He holds his role for a reason because he follows the rules.
Yeah.
So,
I'll suggest to the others then that we just, go along with it. I mean, the mayor knows that we're here to help, so we'll just go with it. In the morning, we'll go with it. We'll go back, chill out, have a rest, and in the morning, we'll go and see the mayor with Addam and try and convince us to just let it lie, and it won't happen again. Anyone?
Yeah, no, that sounds reasonable. I would like to just press the point with the. Are we going to get a chance to offer defence for Addam?
So Hemlock will look at you and says, if So Kendrick will make a call. Either she'll call a judge up, in which case it'll be a proper trial, or she'll just dismiss it. But this is my job. He's been seen to do this.
Yep.
It's against the laws of the town. Doesn't matter that it was a goblin. I mean, look, all aside, I potentially would let it slide, but that's not my job. That's not what I get paid to do.
And at this, Zegric will say, "Come on, this wouldn't be the first time. It was extenuating circumstances. We were all under a lot of pressure. We had a job to do, and we got it done. You and I both know you let certain things slide. I think we can let this one go with a warning."
So he's going to look you in. So
And Zegric's looking him in the eye to suggest that we've had history that's been let go.
So Hemlock will look straight back at you and says, "This isn't a matter of." He's been witnessed by the town, by guard, which means there are rumors now flying around this town that I let people come into my cells and kill unarmed and manacled prisoners. I can't be seen to do nothing about this. This isn't something I can just let slide. Not if I expect to keep any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Any kind of decorum and
Law and order.
in town.
We'll
Yeah.
convince the man in the morning, and if not, we'll have to
Yeah.
howl in Mad
Look,
Murdoch it.
Kendrick will likely let it slide, but that's on her to make that call. I am paid to uphold the law, and I uphold the law.
I think Argus will be turning to Addam at this point, and he'll sort of say, "What's your call?"
Yeah, it's completely Adam's call. We've got your back if necessary.
Look, if I wanted to get out of the cell, me and my beastie would do so. I'll go. I won't cause a scene. I won't cause any more problems for you guys. But I will do what is necessary to get the information and help Fob solve the problem. And I won't apologise for that.
Devin will see you first thing.
Minato
go
will
with it,
go up
can't
to
we?
Addam first, and he'll go, "I like your honourable style. Take my favourite mouse toy into the cell with you. It keep you company."
Pick up this weird butt plug shaped thing.
Got the frozen shit from earlier.
You
Smells
kind of
like
see his
catnip.
eyes widen as well as you like start to dangle it in front of him.
Yeah, so
I'll let them manacle me, and then
they don't manacle you; they just escort you. They don't feel the need for you're not throwing any threat of violence.
Have we got any more business here, chaps? Or shall we just go back with, make sure he's treated right and make sure we can get to go with him in the morning for defence?
Yeah, we were just going to go back to the inn. I think I think he'll be fine. So far, Hemlock's been decent with us.
Yes.
And also, this puts us in a room with Devrin.
Which is what you wanted.
Yeah.
without sounding overly big-headed, if it's only a few guards my money's on my Eidolon.
Yeah, they'll be like Skyrim guards.
We're not going to go and have fun without you. Don't worry.
They'll be like Skyrim guards, invincible.
We can bust you out. It's not a problem.
They're all level 20 former adventurers, right? They've all got plus 4 for all swords.
I was going to say, do they all walk with a bit of a weird limp?
Only one of them.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Yeah, so the guards escort Addam off. They put you in a different cell. It's a little bit nicer than the ones they had the goblins in. You're not manacled to the wall. They give you food and stuff. They don't mistreat you anyway. So
Right, so we just have a long rest then and kick up to morning.
So you guys going to the Rusty Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Once we've seen Adam's settled in, if you like.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, these are probably some of the nicest digs I've ever been in.
On the way back to the inn, I'm going to be complaining about what an ungrateful bunch of bastards everyone is. not them, not us.
Rules are rules.
Hey, man.
If you
Yeah, you
if you
can't- you
break
can't-
them, you have to live by them.
You can't just go commit murder in towns, mate. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I got away with punching him 4 times squarely in the face. That was the limit for me.
I'm
But
chaotic neutral. I don't think I'd have an issue with it.
but this is going to be my argument tomorrow. It was, as far as we were concerned, a time of war, an act of war, and in wartime situations, you have to take extreme measures to get the job done. Yeah.
Never a truer word has been said.
Yeah, but we'll get to that tomorrow.
Yeah, they haven't voted the Geneva Convention yet.
Sorry to just nip over, but did anyone see that case with the British sergeant who got done for murder? Because one of the squaddies filmed him execute.
Soldier A, or whatever it was called.
Prisoner. But then, I mean, obviously, you can't condone that. You can't. However, when it came out, it was these guys had been waving body parts from one of their dead friends at them, taunting them, several hours before. So you could kind of understand why he wouldn't feel very merciful. But as you say, rules are rules, aren't they?
The crime is getting caught.
Well, I was watching.
Yeah.
The crime is getting caught.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I mean, a lot of people asked when it was all going on. A lot of people asked me, and I says, "He's committed the crime. He's got to do the time."
Yeah. Yeah. I think they should have given him manslaughter under extenuating. So, I mean, you've just seen him waving bits of your friend at you, taunting you. That's not
politics in the middle of a Pathfinder game, Dowling.
No, I didn't think that was political.
It's always political.
Right, massive apologies. Let's go.
okay, so you enter the Rusty Dragon, and Meiko is stood one side of the bar with a ladle in her hand. Seems to be having an argument with an older gentleman.
Do we recognise the older gentleman?
Roll knowledge local.
So again, I'm going to sidle up to Zegric and say, "Do you know that fella?"
Hang on, I'm just opening up the character sheet. That's what Zegric says. He goes, "Wait, I need to open the character sheet." Break that fourth wall.
And I'm going to be saying,
enough. Especially as he stood in front of his daughter. So that is Longiku Kaijutsu, Ameiku's father, who owns the glassworks in Sandpoint, which is one of the 4 main businesses that operate out of Sandpoint.
Entrepreneurial family.
Are they? And they're arguing, you say?
Yes, but in a language I don't think any of you understand. The only one who might is Minato.
I was going to say, can we send Minato stealthing up to see if he can hear?
I don't know what I've got. It just says under my language. It says common. Humans with high intelligence can choose any languages they want except secret. A wizard may substitute draconic.
You've not picked your languages then, Mark. I think
whatever they're speaking, I'll pick that.
Sadly, I don't.
Obviously,
think
so. I don't actually expect you to let me do that.
Yeah. Well, if it was like local to this part of the world, but
don't worry, that I really don't expect to let me do
it's
that.
a
Nice try, though.
It's a bit exotic. It would if we were watching a film, it would sound like Chinese, and you get subtitles. But,
yeah.
What's the language?
It's the language Xion. I don't know what they call the language, but it's the language in Xionjia. I don't know how to pronounce it in the Pathfinder world, but it's basically Pathfinder's equivalent to the Orient, so like China and.
It's not a common language.
No,
You have to
no.
very specifically.
Not
it's
this
not
part
got
of
a
the
Latin base like common.
No.
Unless you've got the spell languages, or I think it's called languages, something like that.
Well, if I have, I certainly haven't learnt it. I had at least 2 feather falls learned. Hang on. Yeah, but the spell.
However, as he notices that you've come in, they do switch to common, and you say, at least there are some people in this fucking town that are capable of defending it.
Oh,
it's an
what's
absolute.
going on, guys? What's happening? What's the kerfuffle?
The city. He's just kind of like, this is between me and my daughter.
Sorry.
What was his
City
name?
guard are incompetent. Sorry.
First name.
Lonjiku. So Lonjiku.
Lonjiku.
Yeah.
Okay.
The city guard can't even defend this own bloody town. And frankly, I've had enough. We're going back to Magmar. You're coming with me. And that's the end of it, as far as I'm concerned. And Americo just says, Father, I'm not coming with you. And it just goes on like that. And they're just arguing for a good 5 minutes, unless you want to intervene.
Yeah, I think Zegric was
I'll
step
have sloped off to bed. So I've got a cop on with the world.
Zegric doesn't
to arrest our mate when we've just helped them. Bastard.
Zegric doesn't sort of step into conversations per se. He's not very a social person. So it's more of it'd be sort of like, I think you need to bring it down a notch or two. It'll just make comments rather than actively engage in the conversation.
And he's like, yes, this conversation needs to end. You're coming with me. And he grabs Americo by the hair and starts trying to drag her out.
And then Zegric will pay his full attention and be like, and now stop.
Yeah, but as you say that, Americo hits him in the head with the ladle that she's got in her hand.
Oh, damn.
To which he lets go, kind of like some kind of fishy broth all over him. And he just says, you're as dead to me as your mother, and just storms out the tavern.
What a guy.
Been one of them days, hasn't it?
How does she appear now?
I'm very upset.
Is there a bar?
Yeah, she stood right next to it.
Okay.
But
I'll go behind the bar, get a glass, fill it, and just pass it to her, and just stand there.
Yeah, and she'll take it off you, kind of thank you. Her hands are shaking a little bit. She'll take a mouthful, and she kind of looks down at her soup and says, well, asshole soup isn't on the menu, and kind of throws the ladle away, and then disappears back into the kitchen.
Minato go, it's asshole soup. I've never tried this. And he'll be like sniffing.
It smells like fish broth, but it's got like some of his head hair in it.
He'll lick it.
She really?
Oh yeah, give him a good whack.
You have to eat chat.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do before bed?
No, I think it'll not for me. I think it'll be wait for morning. Because Arthas isn't the kind of guy that's going to get involved. If something goes too far, then he'd step in. But this is, this is father-daughter business. This is, no.
Okay.
Zegric might go and speak to her. Which is
how well do you think you know?
Yeah. So the way I've sort of thought about Zegric is though he grew up locally to Sandpoint, he didn't grow up in Sandpoint. And obviously he uses it as his sort of base of operation. So as an inn owner, I'd like to think they probably have a professional relationship.
Yeah.
And it would literally just be you're all right, yeah? Before I go to bed. And that she would probably find, I would imagine, not to tell you how to play him, she would find that uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah.
Did you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah. And she'd probably she said, yeah, I'm fine. But then when she comes back out from the kitchen with whatever food is for the night, She's like, you know, someone's faking to be over the top cheery.
Mm.
It's very much like that. Very kind of, you know, over the top, very bantery, and you know, she's dishing out food and. But yeah, if there's nothing else, you can all take a long rest.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Cool.
I
Don't think I actually used any abilities last time.
Ah,
Is there a long
Mm.
rest
Yeah.
button on your character sheet?
I did it manually because I couldn't find one, but that doesn't mean there
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
one there.
I would guess there probably isn't,
No.
to be honest.
I've not used anything anyway, so I don't think.
I'm just doing spells now.
Also,
No,
You know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to learn 2 magic missiles because at least I know I'm not going to hit with them. It'll do something. Yay.
Dastor, you know, stays down in the common room very late and drinks a lot.
Mhm.
Even for a dwarf, drinks a lot. So
And not just tea.
it's free, right? Yeah, it's free. So you're free board and food and all the rest of it for a week.
Yeah.
They made everyone said no. Yeah, a week.
There is. There is a rest button. So if you go into configuration,
That's why.
look down the right hand side, it's underneath roles in a box called MISC, and there's a rest button.
Yeah.
Just for future reference. We'll probably all forget by the next time we need to use it, but
Some configuration. Rest, I see it, yeah. So
do
I'll
you just
rest.
tick it and then it'll do it?
I don't know, I didn't click it.
Just
Rest,
yeah,
I
just
don't need to.
click the rest button. There's a tick box and there's a one you can click. Just it goes red when you hover over it. If you click that, it should do it.
Cool.
I do prefer D&D. Everything's just so much clearer. So, next morning, you all wake up. The tavern, I'm assuming you'll get up at first light.
I've got to prepare
Yeah.
for defense.
Dastor is horribly hungover. And says that he'll be staying in the tavern for a short while. But if you need him, if things go south, come and get him, and he will come and back you up.
I'll go over to him and say, do you know what I find great for a hangover?
No, go on.
It says drink heavily the night before. Sorry. I'm not a charisma of 7. I'm not going to tell funny jokes, am I?
And Addam, you also have a good night's rest. You're well fed. But you are locked in. The door is locked.
We'll go down and wait with him, till we come to get him.
I just need to double. Oh, for fuck's sake! Sorry, my computer's playing me up. Potentially before I rest, I just need to double check my spells. But if I've got a healing spell on Addam, I'll try and heal my idler because I don't think the idler gets anything from resting. But I would try and heal it up before.
Oh yeah, of course. He's down, isn't he? Oh yeah. If any of you are down as well,
Dastor have enough healing.
Dastor probably does. Yeah.
So this is one of the differences we have to be mindful of with Pathfinder is you don't get all your HP back. You only get HP equivalent to your level. So we would only get 2 HP back. So we'd have to expend all our healing spells before we rest to get as many of us back.
Did anyone play first edition where it was?
Was that how first edition went?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
cast all your healing spells before rest, and sometimes rest 3 times before you were back to full.
Yeah. That's the size of it. You were so poo at level 1 as well, like so poo. It was unbelievable.
Well, the other thing is like if you came across things like wraiths as well, didn't you? They'd do like life drain.
Drain
So like
levels?
they would
Drain
level
levels.
drain, wouldn't they?
You
Wraiths
don't
were
get
2,
back.
whites were 1, I believe. It was.
Can happen a
Vampires
little
were 2 as well.
Or was it vampires 2? Right, Wraiths 1.
Vampires grade 2 levels if they hit you. It's just like that's ridiculous.
You can take negative levels in Pathfinder, I assure
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you can. And you can take stat damage as well.
It's so harsh.
Yeah. So the guys who, if Tom will probably correct me if I'm wrong, the guys who wrote Pathfinder were 3rd edition D&D authors.
So yeah, Paizo was they wrote supplements for 3rd edition, and then when they moved on to 4th edition, they just carried on and they adapted the rule set under the open game license. It's basically the same system. So you've got Rejuvenant, Eidolon Lesser.
Yeah.
And I don't think you cast any spells.
No, I'd got 4 spell slots left, and I got
Yeah.
4. So I
You
just can I
crack
cast?
on for your rest. Is
I
anybody
guess
else
the other
down
thing
then?
is though, how well scrutinised am I being on my whilst I'm currently in my cell?
I mean, there's a guard that walks through every kind of half an hour or so.
Because I guess
Just
like
check
the thing is like depending on how well they're like scrutinising me, I know it takes a bit of time for me to summon my Eidolon anyway. I wouldn't necessarily want them to see me.
It's 1
Almost
minute
like
to
pissed
summon.
them out me.
So Minato's just spotted a mouse running across the door and he's threw his star knife.
But that definitely hits and kills it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be munching on that when everybody else comes downstairs.
Crunchy.
But yeah, I mean, you could do it without being seen. I won't make you roll stealth or anything. The half an hour intervals gives you plenty of time to once you've worked out the. Is anyone else down? Because I'll heal you with Lars. So I'll roll some healing spells. No.
No, if I remember rightly, we did discuss this before the end of last time, I think, because I've got lay on hands available.
Okay, cool.
I think we handled the zombies quite smartly, if I remember rightly.
Did, yeah.
Do you get your what's her name back at the end of every? Do you get your spell slots back after every rest?
Yeah.
Spell slots and abilities, but you'll get 1 hit point per level for resting. You need that Wonder Cure Light Wounds that one of you'll get for winning the mark game. If
I know I didn't hear what he said last time. It's just gone and I didn't hear it. Is this time of day, would there be somewhere? In fact, where are we heading to now? We're going to the mayor's house. Is it?
So Addam is in the keep, but you weren't told where you'd meet Mayor Devon. However, as the town hall is just opposite, you'd suggest it might be there.
Okay. Is there a building, possibly a barracks, somewhere where arms are kept? Specifically, what I would like to do is acquire a mace or a blunt force weapon,
So
possibly for free, because we defended the town.
I mean, to be honest, that's what I've got in trouble for acquiring arms with my Eidolon.
No, you ate arms with your Eidolon.
Okay, let me just pull up the map at some point. So you know that the only barracks that's in town is where they're holding Addam.
Okay.
So it's like a whole prison system and what. There is an armourer that you visited that also makes weapons.
He actually quite liked us, didn't he?
She did, yes.
She did, yes.
Yes. I'm just looking for my appendix so I can be reminded exactly which building that is.
Somewhere in your torso, isn't it?
Bob on that was.
So,
Standpoint at a glance. I'm sure it's that one. Yes, it is. Number 12. So it is this building here, and it was Sava's armory. You, in fact, sold her the dog slicer, if you recall.
Yeah, because I've got 145 gold. The only reason I'm asking, it probably won't come up ever, but after those skeletons and the bludgeoning damage, I want a backup. I'll leave it for now then. I'll keep my eye open.
Yeah. She did tell you, though, you had planned in discount at the shop.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to look in the equipment stuff, Dave, because I think there's better blunt force weapons than mace.
Righto.
I'll have a quick.
Yeah, nice one.
Well-
Dave, yeah. I feel
we'll see about
Argus
that
would be a Warhammery type person, to be honest with you.
Oh, Warhammer. Yeah, that might be. Yeah.
It's because you're a paladin,
Which
aren't you? You
faction?
obviously get martial weapons.
No, Jake, have a break. I noticed Lewis
can't.
unpackaging something. Is
Ah,
that Lionel?
Have a quick
Yeah.
look.
Lionel.
Lionel Johnson.
yeah.
I've got some Gene Stealer quotes on my desk for a kill team. Actually, speaking of, but
I won't ruin the Arcs of Omen story if you've not listened to it.
Is Siege of Terror finished yet? The book series.
There's been another book
Somewhere.
come out, haven't they? Which is, I still think there's room for one more, Aftermath.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
'cause
they've done the Horus and the Sanguinius fight, haven't they? And gone into more detail about that.
I haven't read it. I've given up currently on Horus Heresy because I think I got to book 56 and it's just like I'd read them all. I think I need to go next time I pick it up again. I need to find out which ones are actually worth reading rather than just ploughing through the shite. I don't know if it's like
I felt really bad. They were having a conversation in chat, and I put in chat. Never, if you haven't got anything nice to say, just don't say anything. I forgot the golden rule, and I put in chat. Well, the first three were all right, but I didn't like the others. Oh, abuse, abort.
some of them I've really enjoyed. Some of them I really enjoyed them. And then
But
others-
it is nice, and especially when you do get a crossover, it's kind of that's kind of cool.
I like it. I was made up the first time the Goody lived, even though he died later on in a different book. I think it was about 25 books in before the Goody survived.
See, I've not done any of the Horus Heresy. I've just done. I think I've only read. I only listened to the Warhammer books.
Yeah.
If you don't read any 40k ever, I'd read Caiaphas Cain's Ace.
That's exactly what I said, Mark. Caiaphas Cain is so funny.
Did you just say that? I obviously never heard you.
No, I said that before.
Oh.
Yeah,
Was
they
I
are
Here's what. Which faction then is Caiaphas Cain?
He's
Right,
an
so
Imperial
people-
Guard.
He's a commissar.
Oh,
He's one of the legendary commissars. That's there's him. There's Yarick and another one. I can't remember the other ones.
oh
name.
yeah,
There's
Commissar.
some-
Yeah, right.
Old, what's it? Old. Oh, what do they call it? The orcs have a name for him. Old.
Yeah, he's got a. He's the mortal enemy of Gaskell Thraka.
Yeah.
Yarick,
Can't remember his
Commissar
name.
Yarick. And he's got the Commissar Yarick. He's got the claw. He's got the orc
Yeah,
power
yeah.
claw. Yeah.
but that's why when Dark Heresy
I'm
was
doing the
mentioned, I was
Night Lord
like,
books at the minute.
love to play it, but can't run it because I don't know the lore enough.
Yeah.
The Night Lords are truly one of the most horrendous chapters out of all of them.
Yeah.
the one
Favourites
that
they are amazing.
they look wicked. But the good guy in the book that featured the Night Lords got skinned alive at the end. The Imperial Guardsman who saved the day, and they skinned him alive. It's like
Yeah,
That's a
you
bit
see like
harsh.
that happening.
They do enjoy skinning people alive, though. They're really into it.
It's only like taking the chicken,
Yeah.
the skin off a chicken. That's what it is.
I've
So-
just started painting up my Night Lord Chaos stuff.
Fair
I love the armor and the winged helmets and everything. They do look superb. They're one of the few that don't have mutations, do they? Or do they?
Night Lords don't know. They just
Yeah,
got
it's
pale
one of the
skin.
few that don't. They don't like it, do they? They frown
No.
upon that sort of thing.
No, they're just a bit
Oh, she's-
psycho.
Just like skinning people while they're alive.
Speaking of skinning people, do you all head over
I didn't
to?
skin them. I just ate them.
Well, I like to imagine that he took the skin off first, and then
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. So
pardon the pun, he made a dog's dinner out of them.
Oh, hey.
So if you head over to the Sandpoint Garrison,
Mhm.
They let you in. You're greeted by the same clerk that you upset by for asking for coffee instead of tea, or the other way around.
Tea.
No, they didn't have tea. Yeah, they only had coffee. And she says, Vadic's just gone to fetch Addam up now. Hemlock's gone ahead to the town hall to see Mayor Devon, and they'll be expecting you.
Okay, so we're to meet in the town hall.
Yeah, which is literally just across the road. So,
Okay, righto.
so you are there. You go into there.
Oh, I didn't see that. Is that south of the island?
No, it's right in the centre. I've got you on the right page. Yeah, I have you. So you are there, and that is town hall. You know, it's not Bingham.
I've just got the big
Am I
map
on the
up.
wrong layer?
There and there.
Yeah.
Can you see
there.
my? Ah, there's green paint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there. I was on the wrong layer. That's why.
Okay. Yeah. Hope. Yeah. Straight over then, I suppose.
Yeah, and you're seeing up into what is quite a nice and ornate office. The doors are closed, and the clerk that takes you up just says, "Bear with me 1 minute," and knocks on the door and goes in. And as the door opens, you get the snippets of quite a terse conversation. If anyone wants to roll a perception check to see if they can pick up on what's being said.
Definitely involved there.
Yes, please.
So am I kind of still separate to the group then at the moment?
No. So you've been seen out by the jailer. Who they've all been really good to you as well. They've not been particularly, they've been very professional. They've not treated you in any rough way.
Quite surprised, to be fair.
Um,
This isn't like my previous prison experiences.
Perception. I don't know what that was. My character sheet was in the way. 14.
So you, Argus and Zegric, you both hear a female voice say, honestly, Hemlock, I don't know why you have to create such an issue over it. It was just a fucking goblin. To which you hear Hemlock say, the law's the law. I'm paid to uphold the law. It's your decision as to what to do with him. And that's all you hear as the kind of door opens and closes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna look. Oh, Adam's gonna kind of look back at the group.
I'll just sit outside and look spooky. I don't think my charisma of 7 will be of any use.
I think so. Having heard that, then I think I'd stop everyone and I'd say, listen, just play dumb, just ride it out. I think we're onto a good one.
Yeah.
I think he
Minato will basically say, "There's no problem there. This one is done," and he'll point at the dwarf. And smile.
She's got a point though. Would just kind of be Adam's response.
So the clerk comes and opens the door again, and kind of very much kind of beckons you to go in.
Okay. Detect evil.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. She is not evil.
The clerk.
Not evil.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think. Righto. Let me just get back to my list of people that I'm ticking off and not evil.
However, since eating the goblin, Addam now glows.
Sorry, who ate the goblin? Okay.
That was supposed to be our little secret, Tom.
Well, you've been called out for it blatantly now, mate. So.
I know. I didn't realise it was going to come back and bite me in the ass. I thought when Dave was like, "Oh, we're going to go back and interrogate him," I thought, "Oh shit, oh shit."
Hey man, if you're going to break the law.
Okay.
They did it first.
So you walk into the office. It looks like it could be quite an ornate office, except anything, it's large. There's quite a large room, but a lot of it's unused, and there's quite a small desk in the center. The carpet looks like it at one point in time might have had a bigger desk, which has been removed. And so quite simple furniture. There's nothing ornate in here, despite the size of the room. You'd expect it to look nicer than it is, if that makes sense. And sat the other side of the desk to you is a woman, maybe in her early 40s. She's got like kind of light brown hair, quite serene looking, or looks a little bit frustrated at the moment. And Hemlock's just stood there with his hand behind his back with a very neutral expression. In Hemlock's usual manner. So yeah, come in, please. And she looks at Addam. Firstly, I need to apologise for what must be a misunderstanding. I understand why Hemlock arrested you to an extent. Obviously, we don't condone the murder of prisoners in this town. However, given the circumstances, I feel that arresting you may have been a little over the top. I'll do what we'll be doing our best to quell the rumours that you. I don't understand what this creature is that was unleashed upon this goblin, but we'll be trying to quash that as best we can and put it down to death under torture for information.
I mean, he's just a companion of mine.
I thought you were going to say he's just misunderstood.
I mean, he is, to be fair, but that's also Addam. Addam's a bit misunderstood.
Sure.
But he's just gonna be like, well, he's just my companion, really. But he needs substance, and rather than make it one of the people of the town, I just saw the goblin as a good opportunity.
Well, I would ask if in future you could. I'm sure America with the Rusty Dragon can give you some raw meat to feed this creature instead of prisoners in the future.
He likes live flesh.
In which case, I would ask you to go hunting outside the town. But yes, you have my apologies. For the incident. Hemlock will be leaving the town shortly. He's headed to Magnamar to seek reinforcements from the from their kind of militia and armed force, as we're concerned about further attacks from the goblins. So he will be unavailable should you need to question the goblins any further, but the guards have standing orders to let you in if you have any further questions, although I would ask that you don't kill any more of the prisoners, as we will also be fetching a chief justice to see justice done.
Can I just make a statement before? I completely understand what you said, but they seemed most receptive when my companion was involved in their interrogation. And if you're going to just put them to the anyway, well then maybe we could kill two birds with one stone.
She looks a little bit perturbed by that, if I'm honest. But she says no. The people of Sandpoint need to see someone pay for their crimes. I have no doubt that the justice that is sent up from Magnamar will see them guilty and they will be hung in short order.
Yeah, I like what he did there.
I think Argus is going to Is that sort of? Are we getting the impression that's business over with Addam,
Yeah.
or we've
Yeah, I
been
won't make it.
dismissed? Okay.
So a business over in terms of she's done with Addam's punishment or lack of thereof.
Yeah. So I thought Argus is going to step forward and he'll say, Lady Mayoress, my name is
All right.
Argus Redmourne. My companion's in
Please,
here. I don't
please,
know
enter.
if Hemlock's informed you of our deeds during the invasion of your town. We were integral in terms of its defences. A few questions, if I may. Do you have
Certainly.
any suspicions from an internal point of view that has concerned you recently?
I'll be honest. It's come completely out of the blue. I mean, Hemlock is investigating, but I need him to go and I need him to go to Magnamar as he has a good rapport with the head of the militia down there. And is more likely to get reinforcements than if I just send a letter with a normal guardsman. But I mean, I don't see this isn't anyone that I would point the finger at in town. No, I mean, my constituents, they're all good people. I wouldn't expect that from any of them.
And what about externally? Does the town have any dealings with any organisations, any individuals that would have a grudge against the town or individuals in the town?
I can't speak for the individuals. I mean, if you look at the big businesses in town, you've got obviously the Kaijitsus, Longjitsu Kaijitsu. He's a frankly unpleasant man. I mean, he could have upset any number of people for all I know. Other than that, where's it gone? Too many notes. I mean, no, other than that, maybe the big businesses. I mean, maybe the Scarnetti family, but most of what you hear about them are just rumours.
Tell me more about the Scarnetti family. This is the first time
Seen a bit of rope dangling from you, Sam.
Hey?
I said Minato's just seen a bit of rope dangling from you. That's why he's just sent that face.
A rope dank. Rope dank. You mean the
string? Yeah. So he's like.
So Scarnetti. I mean, they run all of the mills. They run all the lumber import. They're the only people, other than maybe Longjitsu himself, that might have family enemies as such.
Okay.
I mean, my family, we also own some of the trade, some of the harbour rights in town, but I can tell you I have no enemies, and in that way.
Okay. Tom, can you just Longi Co? Did you say?
Hang on, bear with me. I'm struggling with the pronunciation on it. If I open that, it might give me a pronunciation. Longiku, so the old man you saw yesterday arguing with America.
LON
JIKU.
JIKU. Okay.
And they own the Sandpoint Glassworks.
Okay. Right. And if I may, Lady Mayoress, I find myself in need of arms and armour. Would any chance you could supply us? We intend to stay for a while to look after the town and the citizens. Would it be possible to just basic items?
We don't keep. So our guardsmen, we equip our guardsmen when they're hired. As part of their contract. However, Sava's armory is usually the person we use for those arms. I can set a tab up there. I mean, for your services to the town of maybe 500 gold's worth of equipment.
That would be
and
more than
get
adequate.
Nice.
I'll send the note down, and I'll cover that for myself as thanks for your, as you quite rightly say, your services to the town. You did beat me to the thanks, but I felt that dealing with your issue with your friend was more important.
That's Argus is trying to keep a straight face now. That's because I'm failing miserably. That's great, graciously appreciated. Do you have any other business for us? Anything that is pressing that you wish help with?
All I would ask is that you remain in town until Hemlock returns or Shilelu arrives. She is due any day now. Just so we have someone to watch over the town.
That seems.
Because normally when Hemlock leaves town, Shilelu's here. We hire on a retainer basis to cover his role should he need to leave for whatever reason.
I'll look around just to see if everyone agrees with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn back and say we're gonna have to keep that one entertained, pointing towards Minato. But for the
He's doing that, pushing stuff off the table. What?
That's seems reasonable.
Cats are such twats for that. It's just like you're not paying attention to me, so I'm just going to knock this off the table. Right, blatantly. Right,
Anyway.
look, watch what I'm doing. Check me out.
Is your cat from Manchester?
He's a bit. Sorry, we went a bit Terry Christian.
In the sunshine. Sorry. Right. So I'll bid a good day. Right, 500 gold at the shops, dudes.
There you go. There you go.
How much is plate mail?
Not
Is it?
I've sent you the blunt weapon deets, Dave,
Okay.
on Discord.
Tidy.
It's more than 500 plate, isn't it? Full plate.
It's normally $1.50 or so, isn't it?
There is some. Oh no! So half plate is 600 gold. Full plate is 1500.
Yeah,
you're not getting none of that, Dave.
No, I'll find that on
You'll
a
get a
call
nice
somewhere,
hammer.
hopefully.
Unless there's any illegal gambling in some back streets that we could stop off on the way with 500 gold.
Oh,
No, it's an open tab. She's not give you 500 gold pieces. She
Oh.
said you can have 500 gold pieces worth of stuff from the armory and she'll pick the tab up. Is what she's told you. Unfortunately, she's not giving you the cash. But you've got a fair amount of cash between you, I think now.
so what are the damage of these, Sam? Are these all D8, D6?
Oh, they're all D8. Sorry, I meant to put that. They're all 1D8s. They're all the best ones.
Right.
I went through the whole list and just picked the best, the ones that do the most damage.
Wicked. So it's ×3 crit with a warhammer. I think that's the huckleberry.
Light Flail's got the disarm and trip though.
Yeah, I can't see a dangly Argus with a dangly thing. I'll be honest. Not only that, I've got to keep it away from Minato.
Why has he looked? Has he had it chopped off or something?
He's a eunuch.
List,
Yeah.
mate. Just found the highest damage ones and gave you the deets. So
Tidy, wicked, nice.
I think you'll find as well that the Salmon trip with CMB check, Sam, as well. So
trip, maybe.
yeah.
What do you want to do? Do you want to see if there's any way we can make some more money to get you some more armor? We're not doing anything, are we?
We're hanging around for potentially a few days.
What
Worst case scenario, you could always
gonna
distract
go and
them and I could steal the kitty, so to speak.
I'll tell
What
you.
armor have you got, Dave?
Say again, sorry.
What armor have you got?
I have. It's called 4 mirror armor. I believe there's like a front, back, and shoulders arrangement.
Yep.
I mean, banded mail, which would be an ink, but you wouldn't get your dex as much dex bonus, is only 250. But that's a +7.
Roman soldiers used to wear that.
But your maximum dex bonus is 1.
Yeah, you're not losing a massive amount then. Well, you're losing.
And it reduces your. Oh, you're already. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, again, that's something for another day, I suppose.
Mm.
The other thing as well is there anything else that anyone wants to pick up? So I know Lars was
I've
relatively
got
happy with his
everything I
gear,
require.
so
And I make my own arrows, so because I picked the correct skills to be self-sustaining.
So,
Wow.
I mean, you would still, in theory, have to acquire the materials, but
Yeah,
I think you've shot that many, and you can retrieve half your ammunition anyway. So
yeah. I'm still. I think I had 2 quivers to start with. I'm still in the 30s.
So if anyone, I don't know what you're like, Jake, for equipment.
To be fair, I don't really need anything because I don't really wear armor, and I just kind of buff up my
You're buffy your little
my other
fella.
bits.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to pop somewhere and see if I can obtain any poison items.
Okay, that'd be a knowledge local because poisons aren't really a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're always going to advertise the fact that they're selling poison, are they?
No, true.
Certainly not in a town like this, anyway.
Let's have a look. Let's give it a
I'm
whirl.
going to go and investigate Quanga. She'll be back very.
Will natural 20 do you?
That's adjusted 20. You roll 15 plus 5 in the skill.
dirty 20.
Nearly.
So yeah, so dirty 20. Let me find it now. So I've just literally had this window open. Too many things. There it is. It's hidden behind my find it. Where have you gone? No. Okay,
Oliver came back from
so-
York, Sam.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I need to be looking at something. Hang on. So look. Nice. I bought his lordship a bottle of Viking's blood when I went with Claire. No, he sent me half of it back.
Was
Didn't
he?
like it. Wasn't keen. Where's it gone now? Oh God.
God's sakes.
Oh, sorry. There's one more. Noble families that Mayor Devon would have mentioned. I knew
Yeah.
there was one more. I couldn't find it. It's the Veldmar family, and he should have told you that they're mostly to do with shipbuilding and fishing industries. But they're a member of the Sandpoint Mercantile League. Kind of heads that up.
Veldmar?
Valdemar.
Shipbuilders.
Yeah, so shipbuilding and fishing. And the eldest, so the head of that family is Ephraim Veldmar. ETH Ram.
Say that again, sorry.
ETHRAM. It's Ephraim.
Okay, I'm just compiling, going through my list of notes. And shipbuilding and fishing.
Yep.
So, in terms of what we need to do, yes, I would like to go and get purchase a Warhammer. We've still got a few dignitaries to visit, but I'll tell you who's on my radar more than anyone else. When there was this sort of big reveal of the new chapel, new church,
Yep.
Longiku Kajitsu didn't turn up. Yeah.
What would Zegric know of him, if anything?
So, at a glance, you would know that he is Americo's father. He runs Sandpoint Glassworks. He's notorious for being a grumpy old. He's not.
Pleasant person.
He's a very unpleasant person, generally speaking. It wasn't that much of a surprise that he didn't attend, despite the fact that he was supposed to be speaking. But it's one of those, if you want anything more on him, you need a roll. You need to roll. Wait.
Nope. Makes sense.
Yeah, you probably know him more by reputation than
Probably know him more by his daughter than I do him as
Yeah.
an individual.
Yeah, but anyone else is welcome to roll if you've trained in the skill.
Yeah, I haven't. Not local.
I've got local.
Actually.
Do you want me to aid you?
There's no point, dude. I got a 9, so you're better off doing a roll of your own.
I'll try it.
Oh, I'll do a roll of my own then.
Ooh.
12 Eccles.
Plus your bonus
16 's
mark,
not
that's
bad for
16.
them, Mark.
You trained in knowledge local, Mark, just as a.
It's got a tick next to it.
Yeah, that
Yep.
means you trained in it. Yeah, I think you are as wizards. I'm just checking. Did you want to roll, Dave, to see if you can beat a 16?
I haven't got knowledge
Okay, you're not
local.
trained.
Yeah.
Okay, so as an outsider, so he carried on the Kaijutsu name as glassworking. So his products are shipped far and wide. The furthest they go is Corvosa, which is quite a distance on the world map. You know that he has 2 children, Zuzo and Ameko. And there are rumors that Zuzo isn't his, but in fact the subject of an affair by his wife, who is now deceased.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mm.
Can't say I blame her.
Maybe that's what made him grumpy, though, Jake.
Yeah, it might have been lovely.
Broken heart syndrome.
But he also, you would also know that he's ashamed of Meiko because she became an adventurer before she brought the. So she had some adventuring. She spent some years adventuring before she brought the Rusty Dragon. And I'll give you a handout for what it looks like. Actually, I've got a few of these. I wonder if I can.
Just thought I can bring you plastic crack on Saturday, Friday.
Wicked. Yeah, and I can do likewise.
Yeah.
Plastic crack. What's going on?
Exchanging kill teams.
What kill team? Who's having what?
What are they?
Necrons for Carshin, isn't it?
Ooh. Who's having the
Basically,
card?
every single Necron model that I've got that I'm not going to use.
Fair enough.
What, and you're having Karskins, Lou?
Yeah.
They've had a major buff.
They're fucking hard to come by at the minute. People are selling them for fucking stupid price on Facebook. Like fucking £50.
Who are you after?
The Kazakin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. They'll be out soon, though. They'll be out soon in a separate box.
I thought they already were.
They are. They're just
You just can't get hold of
Out
them.
of stock.
out of stock.
It's like the War Dogs as well. War Dogs you can't
Apparently-
get at the minute.
There's isn't scalping a bit of a problem with a lot of Games Workshop stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
So I saw a video, one of Luton's new ones today, and it was the video I didn't want to make, and he's properly moaning about that because he likes to get the limited edition books when they come out.
Yeah.
He says
So
that
they'll
they
be
sell out
crashed.
instantly, and then the website, with the website crashing, you can't get on, and then they're on eBay the next day for like 10 times the actual price. He was having a
Well, the lion was already on eBay on Saturday for like 120 quid.
You know that they must know that there's going to be a massive demand for them. Every Marine army is going to want them.
He's coming out again. He was up for pre-order from Saturday. I think it's this Saturday comes out pre-order again.
When you pre-order something, you do expect to actually get it, don't you? You don't expect to be told it's sold out. It's like, no, hang on, I pre-ordered that. Not really a pre-order, is it?
But yeah, so you've got most of the day really. So is there anything what do you want to get up to?
Poisons. Let me go and find
Poison.
some poison.
Of course, yeah. Sorry. And I've just
Did we roll the knowledge check to see if we knew where we could get them?
Yeah. So you've got two choices that might have them: the Pillsbury Pantry and Bottled Solutions. So Pillsbury's Pantry is run by Oliver Podica. He's a herbalist. I think you might have got your tea from here actually. So he's like a herbalist and gardener. And then Bottled Solutions is run by Nisk Tanda, who's a half elf who he sells potions, like potions of healing, stuff like that, alchemist fire, that kind of thing. There are your two options.
I bet your Bottled Solutions will be the one.
Yeah, the name sounds encouraging.
Yeah, go on then. And I'll probably just tell the group that I'm going to go and buy some poison.
Shall we just arrange to meet? Once you've got your poison, come and meet us somewhere where we need to go. Isn't there some places in town we need to visit? Dave, Mr. Notes.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of investigative work to do now, plus picking up a warhammer.
Right, so we'll just say everyone go about their shizzle, do their thing, and then we'll meet up at at that time at one of the places we need. I mean, I don't mind where.
Well, we could just go around in a big loop, can't we? So we'll one at a time instead of
anything that works, I'm quite happy with.
Yeah. So I'll miss if I'd sort of leave it up to Zegric because he's the sort of local boy. The route round. Order of business. So the Scarnetto family, Longiku. We need to go and have a word with the Valdemar family. I'd still want to get eyes on the Grocus, the theatre fella. I think, to be honest with you, I've got the owner of the hagfish and the white deer. I've not had a detect evil on them as well, but I don't think they're. I mean, if we've got a few days, we can cruise around town.
Bear in mind, not being evil's not necessarily a ruling them out. I mean, even somebody who's good, if they were threatening their family or something, they might be getting.
Yeah, dude, I'm hearing you, but yeah. But so plenty to do.
I would obviously have to defer to Tom for the most efficient way to conduct our business.
I should have said Mr. Drage, shouldn't I?
The shop that we need is nearest to the inn, because we may as well go there first, then go to the next shop, and then where we need to go.
The order of places you go to probably isn't really that relevant. But if you want to go in order, if you want to sort the poison out first,
and get your weapon.
And then we'll do those first because get them out of the way. So how exactly? So I'm assuming you're going to Bottled Solutions first.
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Sam, did you roll a knowledge local to see if you knew where it might be best to get poison?
I might have missed that one.
Yeah, do you want to make a roll, mate? Yeah, no.
Oh,
Okay, so,
I'm not rolling well tonight.
so those two, so bottled solutions or the Pilberg's Pantry are your best bets. So bottled solutions first.
Yeah.
Okay. So bear in mind that poison is a somewhat illegal for substance. How exactly do you go about trying to acquire poison from someone who you don't know?
He's gonna walk in there like a scary cat with a big smile, and he's basically going to say, "Is it a man or a woman that owns it?"
It is a man. He's a
Man.
male half-elf named Niskander.
So he'll probably say, "Greetings, my pointy-eared friend. I understand you're the man I need to see about some special concoctions."
Oh yes, well I am I am Sam Point's foremost potion maker. What can Niskander do for you? And he does
Well, I
give
noticed the ones on your shelves are very spectacular. Tell me about them.
Well, we have potions of cure wounds. I mean, what are you looking for? I've got antitoxin. I've got magnesium. I've got you tell me what you're looking for.
Tell me more about this antitoxin. How do you make it?
Well, it's made from. I mean, of course, I'm too busy to go and get the ingredients myself. I usually buy them from our good friend Oliver Podica, but usually from mushrooms and such things, and they'll cure most common poisons if you were to unfortunate enough to imbibe such a thing.
Say, what about if you are bitten by something poisonous? Do you not use some of the poison itself to make the antidote?
I know some that would have to, but I prefer more magical means as opposed to such ways. I don't really deal in that kind of thing.
And you'll say, but we are a humble party and we do a lot of adventuring where poisonous animals are, and I'd love to know how to make these potions.
Like, where you going with it?
Yeah.
What do you want the poison for, Lou? Is it to apply to your weapons?
Yes, to poison people.
So you want? I've got the official Pathfinder list here. You want black adder? You want any of the following: black adder venom, blood marsh spider venom, blood root, blue winnies, blue tip something poison. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that word. Cloudthorn venom, common Euripterid poison, Deathblade, Dimorphodon poison, Diplopic serum, Drow poison, Fiddleback venom, Fire Jackal saliva, Flaying spider venom, Gelded burn oil, Giant wasp poison, Grey Justice, Green Blood oil, Hag spit.
Can you just mention the one that you said before? The one that you said before this one.
The list goes on. They all do different things.
I just want something to fuck somebody up. I just fancy trying a bit of poison. So any.
I mean, a medium spider venom will do 1d2 strength damage to an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Rainbow scarab shell will do 1d4 strength damage and suffocate. I'm gonna fire the list across, dude.
Okay.
It's a big list.
Nice.
I mean, it does also come down to what you can afford, but
Yeah.
We can only spend the other money in the armory, can't we?
I've got my own money as well.
Well, so the tab was specifically for Sava's Armory.
Yes, you've
Yeah, so just as
got money of your own, doesn't it? You can do what you want.
But yeah, roll. It's not bluff.
Performance.
Yeah, that's probably the best skill to roll. Unless you want to try and intimidate him, of course. But
Nah, he's trying to be nice, isn't he? Oh, that's shit. Oh, that's because I played my flute.
Well, it's not going to play itself.
unfortunately, I'm not that kind of establishment. If you require potions of healing or alchemist's fire or anything like that, I of course craft, but poisons aren't really my cup of tea.
So I will pull out my secret weapon of cat eyes.
What does cat eyes do?
Like you remember
Oh, I
Puss in
see.
Boots? Where his eyes just...
Yeah.
Thought you was on about pulling one of them things off the road, so we could do that.
Do you have any professions? Any profession skills?
Hunter, I think. Yeah, professional hunter.
No. I'm just like, performance isn't really an appropriate skill for what you're doing.
Persuasion.
You haven't got persuasion, have you?
Persuasion's not on the list. Because persuasion's the D&D equivalent that I would automatically go to.
Yeah.
Is it going to have to be bluff? Bluff.
I think it's going to have to be bluff. Make a little bluff check for me.
Nice.
Now, you didn't hear this from me, but old Oliver Poddicker, I think he might be the person you need to see.
He'll say thank you very much, sir, and he'll put one gold piece on the table and say thank you for your time, and he will.
And my
walk out.
discretion, and slides the coin off. Yeah. So I'm assuming the Pilbo's Pantry is where you headed next.
Yes.
Is that where the name of the person you've just mentioned is?
Yeah. So Oliver Poddicker runs the Pilbo Pantry, and it is where you brought your tea from, or rather, where Dastor brought his insane amount of tea. Okay. I'm pretty sure you asked him about poison when you were last in, and he told you no. But if you want to make another bluff check and then describe to me how you try and sweet talk. Ooh, that's not great.
So, because it was such a poor roll, he'll basically walk in and go, somebody tells me they just had poison. Now you're selling me to.
I'm sorry, but I don't deal in poison. I think you might be misinformed, sir.
And he'll go, really? Are you calling this person a liar?
Well, clearly they are, because I do not deal in poison.
I go, oh dear. This big gentleman will not be very happy that you call him liar. He's massive like ogre and have hands size of my face.
Well,
I go tell him right now.
I have ways of dealing with individuals such as his type. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am quite busy.
And he'll go, okay.
Can I be there as well? I'm going to try and give you a hand.
Yeah.
I'll say
Okay.
busy. We're trying to defend this town as he slams his fist down and tries to intimidate him.
Ooh.
Oh,
Now, I understand that you fine folk are trying to protect this town, but what you're accusing me of is bad business. Poison is bad business.
No one needs to know.
Roll a sense motive for me.
Hmm.
Somebody, anybody, one of you.
I would have waited outside just to
I'll do it.
be spooky.
Oh, rolling poorly.
Right, Zegric. Given that you're also kind of local around here,
Mm.
this guy, like it's you. Maybe it was something your father told you before his unfortunate passing, but you were told to avoid this guy because he deals with the Skazami.
The who?
I don't know. It's the Skazami.
Right.
Same people that Nestor works for out of Giant Slayer for
Oh shit.
for reference. But
That-
they're not good people. They're criminals. They
Because you
deal in
guys don't know who
assassination
Nestor is. That's bad.
So the Skazami, they deal in assassination, poisoning. They do a lot of. They're basically the criminal underbelly. So they deal with like protection, racketeering, and all that kind of thing. So you know that he's not been on the up and up with you.
Bullshit then.
But there's possibly it's probably a matter of trust, right?
Yeah.
So
Zegric will put his bow down and sort of crick his neck and say, listen, you and I both know the business that you deal in. I might only be passing through town, but even I know the underhanded stuff that goes on in this town. This need not be spoken of. Let it just be a transaction that happens, and then we all move on and enjoy the rest of our day.
roll a bluff for me, Sam.
Bluff? I ain't bluffing,
Well,
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, but what else? There isn't another appropriate skill unless you're going to try and intimidate him.
Bluff.
Okay, I tell you what, roll bluff
Intimidate.
or intimidate, depends on whichever's higher.
I'm not a charismatic person. That's the problem. It's the polar opposite of Norden.
But given what you said, he's gonna just say, "Look, all right, I got something for you, but I ain't got much. I've got a little bit of pupil's friend." And a little bit of small centipede poison. I'll do you
How
both.
much to my friend here?
A vial of each will set you, given your the defenders a standpoint. I'll do you for 80 gold pieces for both vials.
There you go, Luke.
Some of that.
80.
Did you say 80, Tom?
80, yeah.
Oh, I
Both
heard
vials.
8. Sorry.
So he'll turn around and he'll like pull the cat eyes at the group to basically lend him some money. with his little hat in his hands, like.
Hang
Addam can give him his. Addam's going to give him his little mouse toy back.
Well, hang on. What were the poisons again, Tom?
It's a small centipede and pupil's friend.
Pupil's friend. Well, you don't want the pupil's friend, really, do you?
It's a pupil's friend, yeah. You have to ingest it, and it's sickened for 1 minute.
Whereas,
No,
really, you want.
I want them all.
Oh, okay. So I say the small centipede poison I get, but
Look, dude, live within your means, man.
So you'd have to ask Lars, but I can tell you that Dastor's got 46 gold pieces. But you'd have to ask him if
how
he's
short
alright.
are you, though?
I need 45.
I've got 60.
You need 45 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have 45 gold.
And he'll, and
So
he'll
you've got,
put it on the table. He said, later I will let you pet me.
yeah, so he'll whip the gold off, just kind of, and in replacement. So he whips the gold off, puts his hand back, and the bars are just there. You don't quite know where he's got them. Wow, roll a perception check. Just make assumptions that you don't see it. I should make you roll for it, really.
I've got 66 gold. Didn't know I had that much.
Yeah, you don't see how he does it. Just 2 vials appear on the. And there's 2 uses, so two doses of each.
Lovely.
With significant discount on account of your service to the town.
Hmm.
And he'll say, thank you, sir. And in future, if I need more, you are the man to come to, yes?
As long as you don't go spreading that around, I'm the man to come to if you need more.
And he'll go, certainly, thank you, sir. And he'll pocket them and walk off.
Right, Dave's mace then.
Dave's mace.
Warhammer. I'm going to go with.
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Okay.
12 gold pieces, Tom.
12.
Pretty sure it is.
I'll just check, because obviously you got discount on top of that.
Yeah,
Just
and
make
we've
sure
got a
we're
chip
right.
worth 500 gold at the armorers.
Yeah, so I'll just...
Can I have 8 knives as well?
8 knives.
You can never have too
That's a
many
very-
knives.
It's a very specific number of knives. Yeah.
8 knives.
You can never have too many knives.
It's
Oh, that's armor.
Yeah. It might have very specific needs. Hence the need for a big amount of knives.
I don't need 8 knives.
You can have, like, as I say, you can have like a little holster across your chest.
Bandolier.
I'll be back in a minute.
I love how Tom don't believe
Warhammer, yeah, 12. Yeah, so 12 gold pieces. So you should do that for you. 8 should you get for 8 gold pieces. So I'll take 8 off your.
Off the chitty. Tidy.
minus
Is
8.
there? And forgive me for metagaming massively here. Is there anything as a party that we'd need in the world of Pathfinder that now that we've got this 492 gold kitty, do we need to kit up? Do we need to?
Nice stuff.
Wands of cure light wounds would be very beneficial, but she
They're
doesn't sell
well
that kind of thing,
expensive.
Okay.
and they're quite expensive. Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we buy some healing potions from the first lad we went to? I mean, it's just a suggestion. We haven't got a healer, have we? Oh no, we have. We've got a
Got
parrot.
Lars.
Yeah,
Lars
I
has
can
Got
heal as well.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, superb. Well, in that case, for me as usual.
As usual.
Yep.
Dagger.
Tommy was joking.
So daggers run at 2 gold pieces each, Dave.
Yeah, I'll have a
Yes,
couple then.
that's
Does Minato need like throwing stars or you know are there any special arrows that we can get for Zegric?
I make my arrow special,
Back at
Dave.
Mars bars. I'll be back.
I attach my magic spells to my arrows.
I mean, I know you were being genuine, but that sounded like the world's biggest boast.
Yeah.
And for a second, I'm making my own arrows, motherfucker.
I mean, I've got nothing for range, but then again, I'm more sneaky beaky. Stab you in the back, aren't I?
Haven't you got any throwing stars and any throwing knives? Nothing of that nature. Can we get you some? Do you not want any?
Can do.
I mean,
I threw my dagger at that mouse earlier, and so they could come in handy.
I mean, as well, Jake, it might be worth you looking at picking up something ranged, just in case if you get caught in a dungeon or something, you might run out of spells, you read landmark die, etc., etc.
Oh, what was the other poison I got? I got the centipede one, and what was the other one?
Pupil's friend.
That's it. People's friend.
Make a note. I'll make a note of that just in case you forget what you've got as well.
Hand axes for throwing.
I mean, it never hurts to have backups, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably my point with like weapons and armor and stuff. I mean, because you get to buy your starting equipment with Pathfinder, I suppose it's a little less.
Yeah, because I purchased a crowbar to aid us in like opening things and stuff. I think most of us have got rope, haven't we?
Bedroll, flint the steel, pen, pots,
Yeah.
soap.
It'll be handy to have a bit left over if we ever need rations.
That's a good point. I've got 5 days worth of rations.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have
A little bit of a bank for rations.
like party rations. So how many of us is there? We'll just get a multiple of how, if he's got them, multiple rations for.
If we've all got 5 days, that's enough, isn't it, for now? But what I'm saying is we've got a little kitty of money then. So if we come back and go, oh, actually, we need to stock up on rations, we haven't got to spend our own money, have we, for a while?
That's fair enough.
I mean, there's darts at 5 silver pieces with a 20-foot range.
I mean, there's crossbows that are all considered to be simple weapons, so you don't need proficiencies to use them. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just, I mean, also you can go back and you can retcon that you picked out things up if you think of stuff as well. So you don't need to like.
So can I pick up just thought on? Could I pick up a light crossbow and 20 out, quiver?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's, I've just lost them. I was literally just there. 35
Light
gold
crossbows,
pieces.
35. Yeah.
Oh, they are. The closest thing I can see to a ninja star is the Hungermonger.
African throwing knife is another word for that. They're amazing looking madness.
I'm sure you can get throwing stars. I'm sure they're a thing.
Hungermonger, 3-bladed dagger.
Yeah.
Has a 15-foot range, 1d6 piercing damage, 4 gold pieces each.
I've just been talking to myself for the last like 10 minutes. You can get shurikens, and also I was hearing what you were saying, Tom.
Yeah.
About getting some range stuff. I'm sorry for ignoring you. I promise I wasn't being an ignorant prick. I was nodding and listening. Oh man.
Or the chakram, the disc, the sharp edge.
Yeah, war frisbee. War frisbee.
So 5 PP and then 20 bolts is 1 gold piece.
I'm trying to add it to my team, but I don't appear to be able to.
You can, but you have to add it manually. So if you want, Mark, I'll do it for you.
Oh, thank you. That's
no worries, mate.
Very kind.
Because Roll20 can be a pain in the arse, that's all. So.
Right, are we sorted here? We got, we're still getting
Jake,
some throwing weapons, weren't we?
Yeah. Did you want a light crossbow as well, Jake?
Please, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's fine.
Just in case I get my Eidolon gets spanked.
Never hurts, mate. You can definitely use it. So 72.
You'll need. Don't forget to get some bolts with that.
Yeah, I've charged bolts, so I'll do 20 each. So at the moment, you've spent 80 gold pieces out of. Because I haven't marked how many daggers. I didn't know how many
There's
daggers you
4.
wanted. Dave.
8, wasn't it?
No.
Everyone missed that he was pissing about there, didn't they?
It's you'll need to read Joe Abercrombie.
Oh yeah,
I've got
the first trilogy is stupendously good.
Yeah, or listen to the First Law trilogy. It's amazing.
I've got the
What-
blade itself to read actually.
My
Yeah.
favourite character is a torturer, and it's just like you shouldn't like him, but you've got to. You can't help it. He's absolutely ace.
Well done then.
Do that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can retcon anything you want to grab anyway. That's not a problem. That's one
Okay.
too long shot.
That's very generous.
Right then. First, got half an hour, so shall we go the first? See if we can visit the first NPC we need to talk to.
Yeah, that's all right.
So as you leave Sava's armory, a kind of small, elderly halfling woman who you've noticed around the Rusty Dragon as one of the maids approaches you. She looks a little bit nervous. And she's going to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you all, but Americo hasn't appeared this morning to open the inn. And I was just wondering if I mean, I don't like to disturb her. I mean, but I just don't know where she's gone. The door to her room is locked. I've knocked, but there's no answer.
We got a
I
lock
just don't
picker.
know what to do.
Can we do it without smashing things to bits?
Her dad's
Um,
murdered her.
Okay.
There we go. Maybe she's making more asshole soup. I don't know.
Is this because he didn't understand the joke of the arsehole suit?
No, he doesn't get it.
Yes, I love it.
There was a case in Australia where they found a guy's wife had killed him, and his head was properly boiling in a pan on the on the stove. There were several bits of him cooked on a plate with veg. Looks like it was ready to eat. And she'd made a nice curtain out of his skin to keep the flies out of the kitchen.
Oh.
It's like, yeah.
Surely that
She's
would
not-
attract more flies.
You would.
Yeah.
I don't think she was a particularly sensible person, to be honest.
She was a butcher. She'd worked in abattoirs. She like apparently had done it like so expertly.
Have you heard about the case? Do you know which
Yeah,
one I mean?
I
Yeah.
listened to a podcast and they talked about it. Yeah, she like then went and took an overdose and tried to kill herself, but they got her back. Like she didn't manage to
Didn't die. Yeah.
successfully do it, but had laid up the dinner. She was going to feed the bloke to his kids.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's just like you can't believe people could think this shit up, let alone go through with it.
And then you get old ladies that put children into pies.
Yeah, do I ate one of those? And then our paladin decided it'd be really funny after I'd found out what they were and gone nuts to put one on my face while I was sleeping.
Look, lads,
Which,
I've not played Strahd. Do you know what I mean? This is spoilers for me.
Oh, shit! Yeah, better be quiet.
It's okay. Now you won't eat the pies.
Or will you?
Is it less spoiler, more fair warning? Is that?
You can thank us later, Tom. We're just saving you the mental anguish later on.
Yeah. Look at Dave hanging his head in shame.
no, it's even. I was hanging my head in shame because all I got running through my head was, "I'm going to stab the baby."
It deserved it.
What my favourite story Dave has ever told me about his workmates was a guy. He said he was an older guy. You'll remember telling me this, Dave. So some older guy who wasn't a full shilling, and they'd gone to pick up an old chap, pretty old guy who was having a stroke, and it was bad. And Dave said that the wife was hysterical and he needed just to calm down, get her out of the way and calm her down. So he puts hands on his shoulder. He puts his hands on her shoulder and goes, "Don't worry, something terrible is happening."
Fucking hell.
It's genius. You couldn't write that.
I can't remember who it
What you
was.
said, you could like turn around and go, "Oosh."
Question is, Dave, do they still work for the service?
No. Don't
That's
worry.
okay, we're safe.
Something terrible is happening.
It wasn't Lewis, was it? Because
It
Lewis likes saying his risque things at times.
And then normally with me, it's shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Did I ever tell you about? I won't mention names. Did I ever tell you about the time that someone went to an Italian woman and they were trying to say to her, putting 12 lead dots around your breast means you have to expose old ladies, and they were trying to explain to this old lady what they'd have to do, and she wasn't getting it at all. And their crewmate said, "It's all right, I've got this." And they stood back and thought, "Oh wow, whoever it is, person X, they know Italian. This is going to be really impressive." So the mate grabs the 12 lead and goes, "Sticking the dots under the chest."
No.
No one could possibly take offence at that either.
Even like when Peter Griffin grew a mustache, thought he could speak Italian. Babadaboopy.
Oh no, wait. Oh no, what was the other thing you said? Yeah, because it was the same person. It was the same person who also said they were on about different grades. So you're paramedic, and then you have like a paramedic assistant. It was the paramedic talking to the paramedic's assistant saying they were on about if the paramedic assistant attends a job and something goes wrong. And the paramedic was quoted as saying, "Yeah, but the thing is, your cock up, my arse." Genius. Absolute genius.
It's true. But it just, what's the words?
Just, yeah.
See, it just screams Chris Axel, that does.
It wasn't Chris Axel. No, he's vulgar on purpose. This was accidental.
Right then, are we? What will we do?
Well, no, we've got this halfling lady. Sorry, Tom. We're being rubbish tonight, aren't we?
It's all right.
It's okay. So she's clearly upset.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're still early
Bazana
doors.
is, yeah. So you've been out the tavern 3 or 4 hours now.
Okay.
All in all.
Right. My suggestion would be to send this halfling woman back to wake Zegric up. Not Zegric, sorry. Dastor. Make sure he's awake. Get him to break into the room. And we'll make our way to Longiku's glassworks. And then we'll circle round and meet. Does that sound reasonable?
Yep.
Okay.
So if Dastor gets in the room and she's not there, he's to meet us at the glassworks.
Okay.
Okay.
So she kind of goes, "Oh, I didn't realise one of your numbers was still at the tavern house, so perhaps I'd have just woken him. Or I'll go in," and she just kind of like potters off, like really.
You need to kick him out of bed.
Can I do a sense motive just to make sure she's being genuine?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm a suspicious motherfucker. 17.
She's being genuine, but she's also concerned because she's had no answer when she's tried to raise.
Okay.
When she's knocked on the door, so she's.
The glassworks is a good call, Dave.
Yeah. Should we make haste to it then?
Yeah.
Addam would look at August and say, the best trials are those that are still warm.
I like warm trousers.
Wise words. Let's go.
I was waiting for more then, Jake.
Oh no, he's just going to come out with a creepy comment. Unnerve everyone a little bit.
You needed to look into the middle distance. With a knife, grandmother?
No, with the spoon.
Tonight, mother, on father's grave. That was the fast show. The watercolor painter. He was obsessed with black.
That was weird.
And it was weird. There were two ways about it.
So the glassworks they overlook the beach over on the far
That's good.
west side of Sandpoint.
Okay. Yeah. Hoof it there.
Okay. And you're coming from here. So as you approach the
Are we
glassworks,
passing the inn to get there?
sorry,
Are we passing the inn to get there?
I think possibly. So let me double check. Got this note that pretty small. What's Dragon 37? There.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, so no,
No. So
that's fine.
the quickest route is across Tower Street, down Main Street, and then across Sand Street.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just double checking because obviously, if we were going to go past the tavern, it would make sense to nip in quickly.
Yeah.
What's happening on the streets this time of day?
It just seems to be, there's a kind of just it's still quite quiet. So people are still kind of in their homes.
Right.
They're still concerned.
Is it
Okay.
about 10 o'clock in the morning now, ish?
Yeah, 10, 11, kind of getting on towards midday.
So we'd spot people moving, especially if they were carrying something or doing something suspicious. Or
Yeah. So I mean, the only thing that's probably business as usual is the docks, but you're not going down that far.
no, but we may need to.
Yeah. You'll make perception checks for me as you approach the glassworks.
Absolutely can.
Perception.
All of us.
All of you, please.
Find it now. There it is. No, I don't even know who I am or what I am.
Oh, neither do I.
So, okay. So Minato and Addam. Don't know why you're the two to notice this, but this is supposed to be a working glassworks. It's awfully quiet. Awfully quiet. No smoke coming out the chimneys, nothing. Oh no, sorry, there's only smoke coming out of one of the chimneys. I apologise. Misspoke.
I guess like I'd point it out to the rest of the group that it's not as it seems or how he expects it should seem. In the respect that it doesn't seem as busy as we were expecting. I know that.
I mean, it's 2 days after an attack, so it goes both ways, I suppose.
But yeah, that he kind of will point out the lack of activity, and then he'd start casting his summon Eidolon.
Yeah. So we
I'll
need.
say, Argus, do you want to take point with your new hammer?
I'll stick with the sword for now. But yeah, we need to make sure Amiko's after the confrontation that she had with her father. We need to make sure that nothing untoward's happened.
Oh yeah, is our mate there?
So you've gone from this building here. I'm aware you can't see the numbers, can you? So
No.
you've gone from there to there.
Yeah.
The Rusty Dragon's down here.
But it's her dad that runs this glassworks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Owns and runs, yeah.
And there's nothing between the glassworks and the docks that looks suspicious.
No, All
No.
quiet.
And the glassworks, the front door's shut. Is it? Is it a glassworks and shop or just a works?
It has like a shop frontage.
Yeah.
But that's a very small circular room. It's this little room at the bottom here.
That's to the south. Is that closed?
It looks to be, yeah.
And normally that would be open.
Normal day of business, yeah. But again, you don't know whether the business is operating or not because of the attack.
Okay. Yeah. I'll turn back to Mortis then and say, yeah, we need to go. I'm going in. Ready?
I'm ready.
Minato's ferreting around in some barrels outside looking for fish.
So,
The lock for us there, though.
Huh?
You're not going to pick the lock.
Well, yeah, well, you could all turn around to me and go, "What are you doing?" And they like turn around with the fishes mouth and go, "Breakfast."
Can I get, because I've got my arm is quite shiny. Can I shine some of it so it gets his attention and then point it towards the lock?
Why not? This is why I want us to play Catfolk. You can have so much fun.
Yeah. So test the lock of the. No, let's go in through the glass work, shall we? We're more likely to be.
okay, so
They were breaking the shop.
There's-
We're trying to steal the rob the
Yeah.
place.
yes, you know that there's two entrances. So there's the shop at the front, which I've pointed out.
Yeah.
And then behind the shop, on the back side of that building, there's a path that leads down to the beach.
Yeah. Who's fastest? I would say to Minato at this point, do us a favour, Yuth. Nip round the back, see if you can see anything dodgy. And are there any guards around? Is there anyone looking official?
No, not at the moment. No.
Balls.
Right. We need to have. You need to go and have a look on in the
Yeah.
works. I think.
You know there is a stand. There is like a stand-in patrol, but you don't know the regularity of it and where they'd be.
Is that the sort of town guards?
Yeah.
Right.
My idea was to sort of say to them, "Look, this is what's happening. This is what we're doing. You know, we're not doing this without reason. But if we can't, we can't."
But bear in mind as well that you were asked to stay in town by the mayor.
Oh,
so-
okay, yeah. Oh, actually, we have sort of badges, don't we? That
We don't need no stinking badges.
insignias of sort of, or do we? Anyway,
No, you weren't given insignias, but Hemlock's been unofficially kind of hired
Deputised.
you to investigate, hasn't he? So
And she has said that we're kind of like acting as guards until he comes back, or
Yeah.
like helping defend. So I
Right.
reckon we've got a
I
bit of
think
a
we need to
get
go.
out of jail.
cool.
I think we need to go in. There's no one around. It's looking very suspicious.
so
Do you not want Minato just to go up to the door and just go?
If
Open up,
if
pigs.
Minato's up for it, we could do with a quick recce onto the beach just to make sure there's no one come out the back entrance or anything like that.
If the one's going in the back entrance, we need to worry about.
Tell him there's fish down there and he'll be like, "I'm on it."
What
go
Minato's
quite
base
quick?
speed?
It's 40.
What
He's got
is
10
it?
more
40?
standard. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm a natural sprinter. I'm a cat.
So are you going to try and do that quietly, or he's going to saunter around?
Me?
Yeah.
No, he's going to go off like Zoom is. He's going to be gone.
Yes, Lewis.
With his tail up.
Okay, so there's nothing of note around the back that you can see. You can see a glow from the smaller furnace, but not the larger furnace through the window. But other than that, you can't really see much. Very
Like,
quiet.
there's no fish here. And then he'll go back and say, you lied to me, there is no fish.
They must have put the fish inside.
And stupidly he'll go,
So I assume you're going to try the door.
He is now.
So the door is locked.
Oh, I can have a go picking it. Because he wants his fish.
Imagine there's actually a lot of fish in here. That would be awesome.
So that'll be sleight of hand, mate.
Roger. Ooh.
So you can feel the mechanisms. You know, you've got your picks in there, and you can feel the mechanisms, but you just can't. You can't quite get it. You're not sure if there might be a bar on the door from the other side.
Crowbar.
Okay. So you're going to try and force your way through the door.
Who's got eye strength? I've got the crowbar. Gives you +2.
Going to be Argus, I imagine.
I
Or dwarf lad.
Dastor's not here yet, though.
yeah, that's
I don't think.
I
mean-
I maxed out in Constitution. My strength is I'm not bad. Hopefully I will
Like 10.
improve
So
as we level.
Sure someone can-
There's two ways to go about.
I mean, the
breaking
only other thing
doors.
is,
Sorry, don't continue, and I'll talk to the rules after.
I was just going to say about I'm summoning my Eidolon at the moment, and he's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
dense.
I know you said you were summoning him. So what are you going to try and so there's two ways to go about breaking the door. No, sorry, there's one. So you make a C and B check against the door's AC. And then if you're using a weapon or something, you roll its weapons damage against the door's HP.
So the crowbar gives you +2 to your strength.
Should we maybe try knocking first? Just so if there is someone in, they don't immediately know that we're probably.
I mean, your man's got a point. Are there windows around?
There's a few, yes.
Yeah. Can we have a
All-
quick recce round just to see if we can see anything inside the windows, any movement, anything at all?
So the window, so specifically in the shop, there's nobody there. There's just some really ornate glasswork that's kind of up on the shelves and stuff that are examples of work. Minato
Don't
saw
let
the
Minato
glow.
in there. It just knock things off.
Minato saw the glow of one of the furnaces being up in the
Yeah.
actual main glassworks, but didn't see anything else of note. Yeah, there's nothing much. There's no movement or anything.
Any windows above that we could climb through, or?
You could climb through the window. It's breaking the glass because they're not like openable windows as such. Not this side anyway.
If we're going to do that, we might as well just kick the door in. Then you can't fall and die.
They'd be difficult to open from the outside because they open from the inside. If that makes sense.
Okay, should we go for the door then?
Have we tried picking it already?
Yeah.
Right.
You had fish on the mind, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Are you taking time to really look around? Are you taking your time or?
Oh yeah. I mean, what I was about to suggest, I don't know how this would work with the rules, is if I can freeze the lock with a cold thing, which may, I assume it would be DM's discretion, may increase the chances of getting through with the crowbar, but I don't
Is
know.
your armour quite shiny, Dave?
Yes.
All right. Did you say that it's quite early on in the morning?
About
Yeah,
11,
so the sun's good up.
11.
Right, so the sun's kind of shining a little bit now, is it? Okay, so the sun's kind of shined a little bit on Dave's armour and put a little dot on one of the windows, and Minato's just charged at it.
So he's going to go straight through a window.
Yeah, because he's after the dot. He's gone wide-eyed, bang.
Can I preempt the cat running through by grabbing a nearby rubbish bin or something and throwing that through so he doesn't cut himself to shreds?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably find something to throw through. Something like there's probably like a wooden barrel that's empty. That's
But you've got somebody to blame now. They say he's a
do
cat.
this, Dastor and what's her name?
Hobbit.
Athena, yeah. Athena has both come kind of huffing around the corner. And as Dastor gets up to you, he's kind of hands on his knees, just going. So the miracle's not in the she's not in the tavern, and this young lady's found a note. But the note's in Minkai, and I can't read it, but apparently she can read a little bit of it. She's translating for it now, and she's there like she's been trying to hurriedly kind of run and make notes. And I will give you the note if I can find it.
Yeah, we'll get him up to speed with what he's missed.
But he probably would have seen me fly through the window, wouldn't he?
I also now have the full expectation that Lars needs to keep that accent up. It's now canon.
And I've just made a handout available to you, which I will also read to you. Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands, because we have something of a problem. It's to do with father. Seems he might have had something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins, and I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd just weasel his way out of it. You've got some pull here in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out a way to make sure he faces the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, then 3 times more, then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honour at all in these parts. I still don't understand how you can stand to stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well. Ones I'd rather talk to you in person about tonight. Don't be late. Zuzo.
I suspect from the hello sis that might be a letter from her brother.
Now then, Sherlock, you stand down. Can I just as I'm about to launch the barrel in front of Minato, can I instead drop the barrel and grab him by the collar and divert him?
Yeah. I will retcon that you haven't bashed through the window, because that was giving me some source of amusement.
So,
but
all
it is
right.
also 10:30.
Yeah, he's going to have to listen to this back so he can learn the accent. It's got to be done.
Where my thoughts are instantly going to is the fact that brother and sister are burning the old man in the one remaining.
Yeah.
That is a brother bullshitter.
Is it really?
Maybe they're having a good old-fashioned spit roast.
Is it really?
I mean, he's not technically a brother, is he? Apparently.
Exactly, Jake.
Some Targaryen level shit that is.
Is he the actual culprit?
Well, he could easily be the Longshanks, couldn't he? But they've been.
You can tell we've all been playing role-playing games for too long. We can't take anybody who's legit.
Don't want to eat anything.
Everyone's instantly bad.
Can we keep the note, Tom?
Yeah. I mean, Bathana's still there, but what I'll do is I'll let you question her at the start of next session, hopefully with Lars in tow as well.
The halfling.
Yeah.
Athena.
If you've got any questions for her, she's there. She might know more about it than you guys. So.
Sound.
Why do you
But I know we've literally hit 10:30, and I'm aware that some people have got things to do tomorrow. So.
Same next time then.
Yeah, that's